this one we are getting, right? Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there is a post that Dr. Miguna Miguna shared today early in the morning, confirming to the nation that finally President William Samoei Ruto has apologized on his behalf and on behalf of the government for the mistreatment that Miguna Miguna went through. And I was like, So I was asking myself questions. If the president is apologizing to Miguna Miguna, between the president, or let's say between the government and Miguna Miguna, who should be sharing this information as the first person, if really it is genuine? Why is it that it is Miguna Miguna sharing the information and not the president? Because this was a national issue whereby a regime is deporting a Kenyan citizen to a foreign country. Anyway, this is what Miguna shared. His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, earlier this morning apologized to me on his behalf and on behalf of government for the brutality inflicted upon me by the previous regime. I accept the apology. So Miguna has finally accepted the apology. He's talking about the previous regime. And when you talk about the previous regime, it reminds me that William Samoei Ruto was part of the previous regime. He was the second in command in that regime. Anyway, I'm wondering why Miguna Miguna is still going around looking for sympathy. Maybe President William Samoei Ruto should look for a job for Miguna Miguna. Miguna Miguna is so much idle. But what does this one mean? I want to analyze the meaning of this apology from William Ruto to Miguna Miguna, because politically there is some message William Ruto is sending to Miguna. And again, there is something Miguna is confirming here. Before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now, number one, on William Ruto, I would say that there is something William Ruto has learned in his visit to Nyanza region. And the question Ruto has been asking himself is that, why is it that Raila Amolo Odinga's allies are comfortable sitting around or engaging themselves with one Eliud Owal, but the same allies are not that much comfortable associating themselves with people like Miguna Miguna, the other people like Akina Obado, people like Evans Kidero? They are not comfortable around these people. But they have no problem with someone like Eliud Owal. It's very simple. From the time Owal worked with Raila Odinga, then he moved to work with Musalia Mudavadi, and now with William Samoei Ruto. He has never badmouthed anyone, neither Raila nor Mudavadi. That means Eliud Owalo has something to bring on table. If he can soften the ground from Raila Amolo Odinga supporters, that means these people can easily sympathize and or be convinced to vote with William Ruto or work openly with him. But the people like Miguna Miguna, Ruto is learning that there is nothing they are bringing to the table. So he's telling him one thing: move on. I am apologizing, and because I'm apologizing, it means you have to move on. Move on means stop insulting Raila Odinga. Move on means stop insulting Uhuru Kenyatta. Because now it has become a tired idea to keep on attacking and insulting Raila Odinga. It's no longer selling. In fact, even it means more harm to William Samoei Ruto. Sasa anamwambia, please stop this. And indeed, by the fact that Miguna Miguna has accepted the apology, he has fallen into the trap. That means it will be irrelevant to come out and refer to Raila Amolo Odinga as a con man. And again refer to Uhuru Kenyatta as a despot. It will have no meaning. It has no any impact going forward. So already William Ruto has managed to deal with the Miguna Miguna. That idea cannot sell as of now going forward. So it has become a tired idea. Because Miguna has accepted the apology, he will not continuously to insult these leaders, or it will have no any impact on the ground. Secondly, this post is also telling us something. It means from the time Miguna Miguna came to this country, he never got time to sit with the president, maybe on one-on-one. So Miguna is just confirming that it is only when the president got a chance to be in a Kisumu State Lodge that the time he got time to sit down with Miguna Miguna and talk to him. So from the time Miguna came to this country up to now, this is the first time Miguna is getting a time to speak with the president. And that's why the president spoke his mind. Okay? Again, number 3, Miguna Miguna is learning one thing. That when he came to this country, the way everyone was eagerly waiting to listen to Miguna Miguna. The biggest mistake he did, he became so much hostile to the media. And this was the only tool Miguna Miguna would use to sell his agenda to the people. Because he had agenda for him, he said he has agenda to liberate this country. That agenda could have been easily sold through the media. But because he became so much hostile, then media in their own wisdom, they decided to keep off from Miguna Miguna. Actually, they boycotted Miguna Miguna. They cancelled all the interviews that they had prepared with the Miguna Miguna. And on this one, media agreed equally that none of the media house is going to interview Miguna. So from there, Miguna was gagged. He had no avenue to sell his agenda. He had no place to propagate the issues that he had in this country. So he was gagged totally. Because of this, Miguna went silent. Anything he said, no one has been publishing. Anything he would talk about, it never got to attract the impact that he was getting earlier. So he's learning a lesson of his own, that he got it wrong, and therefore, he has just to humble himself and look for other ways to survive. Another thing is that Miguna has not told us if the state has finally agreed to compensate him. That means he is yet to be compensated. So he's literally actually telling us that mambo ya the house that his house ile ilikuwa distracted bado ijakuwa compensated. Then the torture, mistreatment, the psychology torture he went through, he has never been compensated up to now. So let the president move on and then instruct the Attorney General to facilitate Miguna Miguna's compensation going forward. So in conclusion, I'm still asking if Ruto was serious with the apology to Miguna. Because again, I have gone through all the posts that the president has done, either on Twitter or Facebook. I have checked the State House official page. There's nowhere they have talked about apologizing to Miguna Miguna up to now. So Miguna Miguna should ask himself a question, if really he is a serious person in this government, because this is a man who was campaigning for William Ruto on social media. Where is his value in William Ruto's government? Is Ruto serious? He has never done any post just to show, even just having time with Miguna Miguna, nowhere. So it is Miguna Miguna posting himself. It means Miguna is forcing himself to the table. So maybe Miguna anatafuta kazi, na ni vizuri pia wajamaa wampe kazi going forward, so that Miguna will be busy engaged into other duties rather than being free here to keep on making noise. Those are my observations from this post. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you.